Pardon me?
My belief can be traced throughout history. Yours can't.
My belief can be held.
It can't be traced throughout history. Charles Taze Russell is as far back as you can go.
No, it's not true.
Who was a faithful and discreet slave before Charles Taze Russell?
Well, you know what? It wasn't.
There wasn't.
Uh-uh.
So he was the first one.
No.
Okay, so
No.
Charles Taze Russell wasn't the first one.
Wait, hold up.
But there was none before him. That makes no sense.
You are bringing up people and things that are ordinary people don't know. So that means
I'm an ordinary person, and I do know.
No, stop.
Yeah.
Because I heard what you had to say.
Yeah.
You sitting up here telling me about the faith that I believe in.
Yeah, it's false.
And you say it's false.
Yeah.
And you came up here to make yourself known that you know it's false.
Yeah.
And
to demonstrate to you how the falsity in it.
No, it's not. What you doing is the same thing Satan did.
Okay.
He stops. He wanted to stop Jesus.
Right.
But he did. Jesus said, man does not live off of bread alone, but every word that comes from your mouth. Now,
Right.
I tell you that God inspired the writing of the Bible. You said,
believe that.
How did this Bible get here?
I believe that.
This Bible, then I tell you that, and you said, well, how do you know that?
Jehovah's Witnesses are what I noticed. What I noticed from Jehovah's Witnesses is that they have a deep level of ignorance when it comes to church history and history in general, because you said that Charles Taze Russell was not the first faithful and discreet slave, but then you also said that there was no faithful and discreet slave before him. That is a contradiction. That makes no sense.
How could it be?
How could it be a contradiction?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to reason with that.
No.
I have no answer for that.
You said it
Right.
was a contradiction.
Right. You said that he wasn't the first faithful and discreet slave. Did you say that? Right. Okay. You also said that there was none before him. Right? You said that too. All right. Now the gears are starting to kick. Like you're realizing that's a contradiction.
No.
It's not a contradiction.
I'm trying to see
explain.
what you're trying to say. Because number
That's
one,
exactly what I just said.
We have a book called Claimant's Book, and it talks about the history of all the things. Charles Taze Russell was a human. He was a man. He was of the anointed class.
Right.
But he was not.
Of course, you can't prove that, but you can't prove that he was
all the ones that came in the truth before then were.
He died believing that Jesus died on the cross. Do you know that?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that?
You don't know, because here you are, a 30-year-old man, telling me you know truth about Charles Taze Russell.
That's a true statement.
You know more about Charles Taze Russell than somebody else that's been in.
Well, you just admit that you didn't know that. He died believing that Jesus died on the cross.
No.
He didn't?
I don't know whether he did or not, because I don't know. I wasn't around when he died.
But his writings are there.
You weren't either. But yet you said he believed that.
So I have to be his contemporary in order to make that statement.
I'm asking you here, how are you gonna know that what Charles Taze Russell believed in?
Because he wrote books.
He wrote books?
Yeah, he wrote The Watchtower, right? Yeah, he did. It was a part of it, right? And when you look on the front cover, remember it used to be Zion's Watchtower and Herald at Christ's Presence, and there was a cross on the front with a crown. Remember that? You got to do some more research, man, in your organization, man. You know what I mean?
Again,
what can I say?
You got to understand.
Yeah.
Charles Taze Russell began as a total. Now he wasn't a Jehovah's Witness.
I agree with that. He wasn't. You're right. I agree.
But how do you know that? Somebody told you that.
No, writings. I read it.
No, well, you read it.
Yeah, I read it. You can read stuff.
So you read what he said and believe in that, but you don't read what the Bible says.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe what he wrote, but I believe that he believed it, right? So I mean, that's all that matters.
No,
is that he believed it, and he believed. Hold on.
Where did he write that he believed?
All right. He died in 1916 in October. Charles Taze Russell. That's when he died. I have a book in my car called The Harp of God, written by Joseph F. Rutherford, and the book is dated to 1928. This is years after Charles Taze Russell is dead, and they still hold to the belief that Jesus died on a cross, even with Joseph F. Rutherford, right? So that's how I know. Nowhere in Charles Taze Russell's writings did he ever mention a stake. Nowhere. He always mentioned a cross. Why don't you check your website?
Now, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that and find
All right,
out?
well, it was nice
Well,
talking to you, man. I really
it's
got
not
nothing to say.
nice
Yeah, yeah.
talk. I'm going to tell you why it's not nice talking to you. Because you have half...
All right.
And you don't want to hear